When a state systematically violates the very humanity of its citizen, can it ever claim legitimacy over their lives? Manipur, a land of vibrant culture and brave hearts, today bleeds under relentless Indian oppression. But why are Manipuris so desperate to break free? To understand Manipur's pain, rewind to 1949. A proud, independent kingdom was deceitfully coerced into signing the so-called merger agreement. Did the people consent? Absolutely not. Historian Sanjoy Hazarika calls this act unjust and undemocratic, clearly violating the UN Charter's Article 1 on self-determination. No wonder every October 15 is observed as Black Day in Manipur, a stark reminder of historical betrayal. Indian democracy promises autonomy, yet Manipur remains crushed under the draconian Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Instituted in 1958, AFSPA grants security forces unchecked power, immunity from prosecution even for grave atrocities. Despite the Jeevan Reddy Committee in 2005 urging its repeal, New Delhi turns a deaf ear. Ask yourself, why does the largest democracy need an oppressive law condemned by Amnesty International and the UN? Divide and conquer. Isn't that the classical colonial tactic? Today, India employs exactly this strategy in Manipur, exploiting tensions between the Meitei, Naga and Kuki communities. Take 2023 alone, over 170 dead, thousands displaced, yet the Indian state watched idly. Human Rights Watch rightly criticized India for deliberate negligence, allowing ethnic violence to fester to mask deeper structural oppression. But when peaceful voices are suffocated, what options remain? Armed resistance groups. UNLF, PLA, KCP didn't emerge in isolation. They arose directly from India's systematic political brutality. Remember activist Irom Shamila's 16-year hunger strike against AFSPA? Her peaceful protest met with force feeding and detention. And let's never forget India's own Supreme Court's judgment in fake encounters case in 2017 exposed 1528 extrajudicial killings by Indian forces in Manipur from 2002 to 2012. This isn't law and order, this is state-sponsored terrorism. India's economic neglect is equally ruthless. Despite abundant resources, Manipur faces over 20% unemployment. Only 6% agricultural land benefits from irrigation. Central funds, they flow directly into corporate pockets, bypassing local development. Is this neglect accidental? No. It is a calculated move to keep Manipur economically dependent, politically fragmented, and socially disenfranchised. Under international law, Manipur's demand for independence is not rebellion. It is a rightful struggle for self-determination. Article 1 of the UN Charter and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights both strongly advocate for people's right to choose their destiny. Even India's support for the UN Declaration on Rights of Indigenous People 2007 is contradicted by ground realities in Manipur. Manipur youth have had enough. Pro-independence protests surged over 40% in 2023, capturing global attention. International media reports a visible shift. Manipur's youth refuse to be silent spectators anymore. Their demand? A UN-supervised referendum, a democratic request repeatedly denied by India. What is India afraid of? Perhaps the undeniable truth that Manipurs no longer see their future with India. Manipur's cry isn't just local, it's global, a desperate plea for justice echoing internationally. India's state machinery continues unchecked, committing crimes in the name of security. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the United Nations have all flagged severe violations, yet India remains defiant. Shall we remain a silent spectator to India's brutality in Manipur, or will it uphold the universal principles of justice, dignity, and freedom? Manipur deserves more than empty promises and hollow sympathies. It demands immediate global action to stop Indian oppression. After all, isn't freedom and dignity every human's undeniable right? Manipur asks not just for your sympathy, but for your conscience. This is Amara Farid Baloch, and you're watching Nexus Bulletin.